know I can say that.
What's up, guys? It's Deceiver. I wanted to come to you guys today and show you my pistol dagger thief. Basically, it's a condition build, and it's pistol dagger, fucking obviously. Your conditions are going to be bleeding, which is used by your main attack. Then you're going to have vulnerability and immobilize. You're going to have torment, which does a lot of damage. You're going to have a cripple, and you're going to have more vulnerability. And then steel actually is also going to give you a daze. Alright, so I'm going to go into the build now. Alright, so I'm using, I'm not level 50 yet because I've been only playing PvP and my storyline. So I'm only 55, I'm not max level yet, but you're going to want to get dire gear on your stats. So anything that has condition damage and toughness and I think precision. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But the sigils I use on my first two weapons are Sigil of Agony, which is different from a lot of people that use this build. It increases your bleed duration by 20%. And then I use Sigil of Ice, which has a chance on hit to chill, which is just another condition that slows him down if you're chasing him. And then on my short bow, I have Sigil of Doom, which inflicts poison when you swap to that weapon. And then I have Sigil of Energy, which gives me endurance, so that if I'm starting to die, I can swap to that weapon and gain a little bit of endurance. And then on my amulet, I'm using the Carrion amulet. It gives you power, vitality, and condition damage. Mostly a lot of condition damage, which is what you want. You want your condition build. So the only people that really hard counter you is condition hunters. Condition survival hunters, and you might as well just run away from them because you're probably not going to beat them. They're going to burst you down and you're not going to be able to keep conditions on them. Rune of the Crate obviously gives you condition damage and bleed duration, and it's probably the best one for condition build. Alright, I'm going to go into my traits now. We're going to take 6 in Shadow Art, 2 in Acrobatics, 6 in Trickery. The first one is Cloaked in Shadows. That is wrong. That is not the one that I want. Is it? No. Shadow's Embrace is what you want. Sorry. Shadow's Embrace, it removes conditions periodically while you're in stealth. So when you're against other condition builds, you can just laugh at them because you can remove conditions, but most of them can't. The only people I know that can remove conditions easily are warriors and hunters. And Guardians. Guardians give you a lot of trouble too. But you basically want to go for the squishies anyway. Next is Infusion of Shadows. Gain initiative when you enter stealth. It's just really good for getting your initiative back. Shadow Rejuvenation. Regenerate health while in stealth. Again, that's good to keep you alive. Fleet Shadow moves faster while in stealth. That's in your acrobatics. Caltrops, it also it gives you a bleed when you dodge, so if you're being chased, you can bleed them and cripple them at the same time with your Caltrops and get away, or turn on them, depending on if you're good enough. Another one I use for Trickery, which a lot of people don't use, is Initial Strike. Attacks with first weapon slot skill have a chance to regain initiative. I just use that so I can use my 3 button and my 5 button a lot more, and I'll go into that a little bit here in a minute. And then I use Sleight of Hand only because I don't have Bewildering Ambush. If you have Bewildering Ambush, use it, it's better. And it causes a daze, but Bewildering Ambush causes confusion, which is actually much better because if you do it at the right time, it's going to screw them all up and then you can pretty much kill them. Alright, so basically I'm going to show you what you're going to want to do against people. I'll go over to these golems here and I'll show you on them. Alright, so basically you're an in and out type of build, what you want to do. Either that or if you're in a team fight you want to stay back. But when you're 1v1ing, you want to go in, you want to gain stealth, and then you want to use your Q, and then kite them. Just kite them around. and then you want to use your 3 button to get away. So you're gonna stealth, shoot them with this. If they're still chasing you, use your 3 button, apply torment, and they're gonna have about 4 conditions on them just from that. If you need to get away more, or if you're trying to slow someone down, you're gonna use your bouncing dagger. It'll cripple them and slow them down. Body shot, I really don't use a whole lot unless I'm trying to just completely immobilize them. So like, I usually only use that in team fights. You want to keep them still for your team, then you'll want to do that. But otherwise, I don't really use that much. For my support abilities, I use Hide in Shadows. It's good because it gives you another stealth, and it cures burning, poison, bleed. Shadow Step also cures conditions. It's good for escape, and it's also good for Shadow Step stomps. Shadow Refuge, self-explanatory. If you don't know what it does, it puts down a cloak around you and your allies and turns you stealth, so it's really good. And I use Signet of Shadows. Not every build uses this, but I like it because it gives me a lot of extra speed. It gives you a blind for getting away, and it also, for when you're stomping, you can blind them if they're a class that can like interrupt you. And then I'm using Dagger Storm for escape right now, but you can use Thieves Guild too. It's just as good, especially when you're against like a Guardian or a Warrior or one of those Hunters. If you want to use Thieves Guild because they're giving you trouble, it'll help you even the odds a little bit. Yeah, and after this I should have a little bit of gameplay for you guys, so enjoy that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh my god, he did it again.